I have been using a Pentium laptop for a long time and I figured out it was time for me to upgrade to something powerful. And if I was going to upgrade, I wanted to opt for the best one I could get. After a lot of searching, I found this laptop. That's the Gigabyte P37xv5 laptop. So let's take a closer look at this, shall we? Let me kick things off by seeing the specs of this laptop. Then we could look deeper into this. There are 4 main configurations you can get this with. 2 having 8GB of RAM, 1TB of HDD and a 1080p or an 4K display. And the other 2 being 16GB of RAM, 1TB of HDD and 256GB of PCIe M.2 SSD with an 1080p or an 4K display. And every other specs nearly remain the same. The configuration I have here features a Intel Core i7-6700HQ with the Intel Graphics 530. And the main thing, it hosts NVIDIA GTX 980M with 8GB of GDDR5 VRAM. As I do a lot of video editing, I needed a 4K display. So this has an IPS LCD 4K display with 3840x2160 resolution at 60Hz, and it also has a 250 gig of PCIe SSD, 1TB HDD at 7200 RPM within reasonable read and write speed. But I recommend you to get an SSD with this laptop or take a laptop which already has an SSD pre-built with this, because if you're going to use the hard disk to boot Windows, it's going to get bottlenecked and you won't be able to use the maximum features that this laptop allows you to. And this laptop has in Gigabyte's 2 years of global warranty, which was very important to me as I imported this laptop from United States to India as it wasn't available here. While using this laptop, the first thing I noticed was the screen glitches, which was caused by driver problems. So a quick update for all the drivers in this laptop, and when the Windows fix this problem, the laptop opens up by single-handed without any problem. There is a small screen flags, but that doesn't hurt the usability in any way. The display is damn clear with the great colors and brightness, considering I have a 4K resolution with 17.3-inch display. On the back of the screen, there is just the Gigabyte's name, and on the bottom there are 2 mesh holes for the fan air outlets. On the left side, it has a Kensington lock, a Gigabyte Ethernet jack, 2 USB 3.0 5 gigabit per second USB Type A ports, an SD card reader which is very handy for me, and finally a 5.1 audio and a dedicated mic jack. On the right side, we have a charger slot, a VGA port, a HDMI 2.0 port with an output for 4K display at 60Hz, an USB 3.1 Type-C port with a 10 gigabit per second transfer speed but doesn't support the Thunderbolt, and another USB 3.0 Type-A port, and in the last we have a mini display port to cover up few features which are missing by the Thunderbolt. The charger, which is included, has a 200-watt output. The keyboard feels great with a good spacing between each keys and a fair amount of travel distance for the key presses. But the one thing I noticed was it failed to register some creep presses. I don't know if that was my typing way or what it was, but by spending a fair amount of time on this laptop, I got adjusted to it, and it's just a white backlight in this, which is bright enough for the dark conditions but lacks the RGB lighting. On the left side of the keyboard, we have few macro keys, the first one being the G key and has 5 different color backlight. Each color has its own function, making the below 5 programming keys equivalent to 25 keys. And this can easily be configured with the software included by them called as Macro Hub. Touchpad works well enough with no tracking problems but takes a lot of fingerprint marks like the rest of the laptop. The webcam is very bad, so I won't be mentioning that to you guys, but the mic is good enough. Playing the most demanding games like GTA 5 with ultra setting at 4K gave me more than 30 FPS at all time. And decreasing a few elements and maybe resolution, if you don't want the resolution, any other element, decreasing that, you'll be getting over 60 FPS and it gets very hard at the top. But while keeping the keyboard and the touchpad nearly cool to the touch. And this is achieved by the fans rotating at more than 5500 RPM, which creates a loud noise, almost sounds like a heavy rain outside, but a headphone inserted, you'll be good to go. But the guy sitting next to you may go crazy about this, so just keep that in mind. I'm right here and this benchmark is being run, and if you can hear the noise here, that's very loud noise. This powers two front-facing 1.5 watt Dolby Digital Plus home theater speakers with almost no distortion at the full system volume. Front side of the laptop, we have few LEDs to indicate the Wi-Fi status and the power, Bluetooth and few more things. Below that, there's an ODD, that's the optical disc drive. And if you have seen my unboxing video, which you can check out here by the way, I had shown you how you can easily swap that ODD for an hard disk or an SSD for additional storage space. And at the bottom, we have few fan intake and a panel for easy RAM upgrade. And by the way, I'll leave down few links in the description for you if you want to check out how to upgrade the RAM and M.2 SSD on this laptop. After opening the complete back panel, now we have access to two fans connected with two heat pipes that's holding those together. And this has two M.2 slots you can use, and even better that it supports RAID configuration. Below that, this has a 75.8 watt-hour battery which lasts about an hour while gaming, and has an Intel wireless AC/B/D/N which is dual band, and this also has a Bluetooth V 4.1 and two slots for RAM, so you can get a maximum of about 32 GB of RAM in this machine, making a good choice this laptop as a workstation laptop. And in the last comes the 2.5-inch HDD which runs at about 7200 RPM. After packing all this inside, it weighs about 2.5 kg, which is pretty heavy for me, but the thickness is only about 22.5 mm or about 2.2 cm, which is great. And this even comes with a 90-day membership of XSplit Gamecaster software. Price of this laptop varies from about $1,700 and all the way up to $2,000 on Amazon.com. This was at the time when I uploaded this video, and it may go down eventually. I'll also put down few links to the Amazon and for the variations of this laptop you can get, and if you want you can check out that. And if you could spend few more bucks, there's the next upgraded model of this laptop which keeps most of the specs same but has an upgraded SSD with a graphics card, has been upgraded to the Nvidia GTX 1070, and I'll also link that down in the description, and it costs about $2,300 when I uploaded this video. You can check out that, and I'd say this is just a great laptop. And finally, it all comes down to your personal choice, whether you want to buy it or not. It depends upon you. And finally, thank you for watching the video, guys. If you dislike the video, hit that dislike button, and please let us know in the comment section below that what we did wrong and how we can improve. But if you like that, you can hit the like button and get subscribed to your channel for more video like this and even better videos than this video was. And we would love to hear from you about the video, and if you have any doubts or suggestions, you can comment down below. We'll make sure that we'll reply you and we take your suggestions seriously.